I misfiled a routine authorization form under an inactive account number and did not correct it. I continued to wake up at the same time. I left the apartment at 7:10 each morning. I returned at 18:40. I logged hours. I submitted reports. I signed shared documents. I transferred money on the same dates every month. Utilities were paid. Rent cleared. Insurance stayed active. Nothing required urgency. Everything functioned. Work remained procedural. I held the same role title. My access badge worked. My credentials were valid. My name appeared on internal directories. I attended scheduled meetings. I took notes. I completed assigned tasks. Deadlines were met. Output was accepted. No one escalated anything. No one followed up. The work moved forward. The shared space stayed consistent. 2 desks, 2 chairs, 1 calendar on the wall, the same cleaning schedule, the same grocery list. Receipts were stored in a folder by month. Joint expenses were tracked in a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet updated automatically. Categories remained unchanged. Totals aligned with bank statements. The first inconsistency appeared as a number. One transfer posted with a reference code that did not match prior months. The amount was correct. The date was correct. The reference code belonged to a different internal account. I noticed it. I did nothing. Weeks passed. The same number appeared again. The same amount. The same date. The reference code remained different. I archived the statement. I labeled the file correctly. I did not ask for clarification. Workdays repeated. Commute times stayed within the same range. I used the same access points. Security logs showed no anomalies. My badge was scanned daily. Entry and exit times were consistent. No alerts triggered. Responsibilities stayed listed under my name, but execution began routing elsewhere. Approval chains adjusted automatically. Software updates changed default settings. Tasks that once required my confirmation no longer appeared in my queue. Reports still generated. They were marked complete. My name was included in distribution lists, but responses were not required. Months passed. The shared calendar populated without my input. Meetings appeared and were later removed. Decisions were documented. Minutes were circulated. I was copied. I did not respond. A second inconsistency appeared in a document date. A contract renewal showed an execution date 1 week earlier than the notification timestamp. The signatures were valid. The terms were standard. My signature line was present but marked not required. I saved the PDF. I did not request revision. Finances continued to function. Income arrived on schedule. Expenses cleared. Savings decreased slowly. The change was measurable. It aligned with new recurring charges. The charges were labeled as service fees. They replaced previous line items. The totals balanced. Time passed in blocks. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. Holidays occurred. Workdays resumed. The same procedures applied. I followed them. At work, system permissions updated. I retained view access. Edit access was removed for certain folders. New folders appeared. I could see them. I could not open them. No notification was sent. No ticket was assigned. Shared responsibilities shifted. Tasks that required physical presence were reassigned through scheduling software. I received confirmations for assignments I did not attend. Attendance logs marked covered. No discrepancies were flagged. A third inconsistency appeared as an address change. Official correspondence redirected to a different email domain. I remained copied on some messages. Others excluded me. The domain was legitimate. The change request was approved. The approval did not list my name. I noticed it. I did nothing. The routine adjusted. I spent less time on certain tasks. Idle periods increased. I filled them with standard activities. Documentation review, archiving, compliance training modules. All were completed on time. Emotion remains flat. Legal documents updated annually. Power of attorney forms renewed. One renewal omitted my designation. The form was filed. The registry accepted it. The previous version expired. I downloaded the new copy. I stored it. Shared finances reflected the change. Account access remained active but limited. Transaction limits lowered. Authorization thresholds adjusted. Alerts were sent to another number. Statements still arrived. I reviewed them. Life continues. Reduced. The shared space reorganized. One desk was cleared. Storage boxes were labeled and moved. Inventory logs updated. Items assigned to me were marked retired. No removal notice was issued. Work performance reviews continued. Ratings were satisfactory. Goals were generic. Advancement paths were undefined. No corrective actions were listed. No development plans were proposed. Time continued. Systems aged. Software versions updated. My role description remained unchanged, but dependencies removed it from workflows. Processes completed without my input. The outputs matched prior years. A fourth inconsistency appeared as a missing tax document. The filing was submitted. The acknowledgement receipt listed a preparer I had not met. The submission date preceded my review window. The filing was accepted. No amendment was required. Consequences accumulated as facts. Savings decreased below previous baselines. Contractual obligations shifted. Access to certain services ended. Replacement services activated automatically. Costs increased. Coverage narrowed. Established routines collapsed quietly. Morning tasks shortened. Evening tasks extended. Weekends filled with maintenance activities previously shared. Schedules adjusted to accommodate new constraints. No one explained anything. No one reversed anything. I continued to appear where required. I signed where requested. I followed procedures. The systems recorded compliance. Permanent doubt became procedural. I double-checked entries. I archived confirmations. I kept timestamps. Trust diminished as a measurable behavior change. Verification steps increased. I was not broken. I was adjusted. The final record shows that on March 14, 2022, my authorization status was changed to Observer, and the change remains active. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more stories like this.